It's a simple story for Simple of Na'Vi as they do make short work of North on Train. It's an interesting one, and the casters weren't wrong when they said that our analysts must really be kicking it because you can't say anything else. Yes, indeed, another over 30 frags from Simple in less than a 30-round game.
I hate it and I love it at the same time, right? I love being able to witness such magnificent performance as we've been seeing from Simple recently. You know, the 140 ADR again, just incredible performance. But I hate it because, like, some situations in which Na'Vi put themselves are terrible, and then Simple just bails them out. There was a round where I think this is actually the round. They walked out with like 15 seconds left, 2v4, you know, as it should be. They're just dying left and right, and then Simple is getting, you know, crazy kills, and you almost see him bring it all the way back. And it's not just about, sure, he loses the round, but he still does so much damage.
Yeah.
And then when they win the round, the reset comes in. So every single kill matters in that sense.
The thing is, this isn't the first we've seen of Simple doing this. He did this last season in Pro League as well. He was always towards the top of the stats. DreamHack Winter was a tournament that he literally carried on his own. This is when Electronic first came in, and he was just absolutely beasting it up. And here to be able to have such an individually dominant performance time and time again against a new North. North had some fantastic strats on their T side. That pistol round is one that sticks out to me. That was a great strat. It paid off perfectly. All 10 players alive after the bomb went down. It wasn't Simple that just ruined it for them, but it was the fact that, you know, they just got taken apart.
Na'Vi didn't even have a kit. Usually you have a player buy a smoke and a kit, right, for that retake to put the smoke on the bomb and defuse. But, you know, it's just like hitting the shots, hitting the headshots. And on one side, you kind of feel bad for North because they were trying, but then Simple just shuts everything down.
What was so crazy as well is when you had that comparison between Mertz and Simple. Do note that the Simple purchased less sniper rifles than Mertz, and yet had 18 frags with the sniper rifle. That's almost a perfect split as well, from sniper to everything else, most likely, and majority rifles. It shows he's just a multitasking body bagging machine.
Died less too, though, so has to buy less ops, you know. So that's one of the things which always plays into it in those factors. But you know, if we're talking about Mertz, because we did see him come up on screen, in terms of his AWPing, it's not bad by any means. They're just getting completely outclassed, right? What can you say?
Yeah, I think that's the problem for North. I mean, I would never suggest this, but the way he's playing right now, you actually should think avoiding Simple. Like, wherever he holds, just go to the different bomb site, try to get entry there, and then, you know, it's going to be more difficult for him to retake a site if you already have the bomb planted and have established some positions to defend that retake, because it seems like right now, going where he is, he's definitely going to get at least one kill, probably two, and maybe even more. So it's very difficult to deal with him. Even a team as, you know, strategic as North, who does use a lot of utility, even they got completely wrecked.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I try some magic here, Alex? I know we have wizards in the back lines. I don't know if they're going to be able to
okay, this
get
is a bit last-minute addition magic.
I know.
But go for it.
We have some powerful wizards.
So he has his iPad magic. Is that what you're going for?
That's what I wanted to say. I have the iPad here. I don't know it's connected, but the magic isn't always possible.
Okay, let me see what I can do. Hang on. How's that?
There it is. Okay, so you made it work. That was fantastic. I'm just going to zoom it out so we can see what's going on here for everybody playing at home. But this is Simple's heat map of that game.
Is this where he gets kills or where he stands?
This is from the positions that he made the kill from. Okay.
God.
So if I hit this button, it's going to hopefully not ruin everything. There we go. We're okay. This is thanks to
zoom in a little bit, if you wouldn't mind.
Zoom in a little bit?
Yeah, just
I can do that. We'll get those ads out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, how are we looking? Okay, so the victim location here is in the red and the orange. And Simple is just basically the green guy where he's getting the kills from. He is all over the map finding these frags, right? If I show this, you can actually see towards inside. He's just everywhere getting kills. It's not like he was just dominating from one position. Anywhere he went on both sides, he was finding so many frags. And when you can pull stuff out like that, dominant games, your team's going to win, right? That's just simple. It's just one of those factors we can't really account for.
I mean, look at this. So, well, not only is he, as you can see, indicated beautifully by this heat map, that he was holding outside, and he was doing so, getting a whole lot of frags. But look at this bright red spot that you saw there, just towards inside. He was not only holding outside, he was also getting frags inside the site. He was everywhere. It was a rash.
He loved it. Had a great game.
You could see him moving around towards the upper slope.
Yeah.
Towards higher on B, getting kills there. Also the orange one, that's the guys he kills coming from connector as he rotates towards the B bomb site. So literally doing it all at the moment for Na'Vi. The problem is it's like how long can this last? How long can this incredible run of form from Simple last? And how much is the rest of the team going to help him out?
We ask this question a lot, don't we, Chad?
Yeah, and here's a fun little stat. So two of the players who you'd consider the stars of North, which would be, in my mind, Kirby and Volder, like the two biggest fraggers. Sure. Simple dominated them on the kill matrix here. He killed Kirby 10 times, and Kirby only killed him once. He killed Volder 9 times, and Volder only killed him twice.
And so that's in like head-to-head duels likely, majority of the time.
Well, even if it's not, that's just, you know, the two stars who are meant to be putting a stop to the Simple show are the ones getting absolutely manhandled. They're the two players which he you know, the biggest disparity in kills
Kirby
return.
died 10 times to Simple and killed him once.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good one. Good job with the stat man, Chad. I do want to move on to our next map, albeit briefly, because I know we are going into Na'Vi's territory here. This is Inferno, a map that they found success on. You already add the asterisks from the major success in that top 4 because of this particular map, and it's already worked out for them in the Pro League as well, Yanko. Yeah,
and it's mostly been due to their CT sides, right? Not just Simple moving around with that top, but Electronic actually doing a very good job in pit, holding both quad and abs, holding against those executes. So it's going to be interesting to see not as much room individually on the T side for a player to, you know, make something happen. Sure. So this is where potentially North's good use of utility can negate some of the individual prowess from Na'Vi. So it's going to be interesting to see how Simple can make something happen yet again on this map.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what side of the map he's on. CTT, he's always going to be getting up in their face and causing some disruption. What do you reckon? Do you reckon North are going to be able to kind of destabilize Na'Vi's Inferno here, Chad? Do you think that it's going to be the utility? We keep using this as their strong suit.
I think they have two choices here. If you're going to go super aggressive against Na'Vi with your CT side and you're going to get those early trades, that could be something which could be a huge advantage because Na'Vi are fantastic at surviving the banana aggression and then playing the mid round really well. When they get mid control, they have a lot of poise. It's very fluid in the way that they take their time and then pin to the bomb site. So maybe an attack for North could be try and find opening kills, try and end the rounds early with aggression, and then you can maybe taper off as the half goes on.
Okay, perhaps just let Mertz off the leash as well when he gets and if he gets that AWP.
If he gets the AWP.
Yeah, we'll see, because Simple was rocking that AWP as well. Na'Vi are a real threat, and it seems clear that our analysts are expecting to see them continue to do damage. I just want to get a final player to watch that isn't Simple. Let's try and break this just a little bit as we come into Inferno. Give me another name. It can be from North as well.
I want to see more from Edward.
Edward? Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Yanko?
I want to see Kirby and how he's going to perform in the new team.
He was looking to become a new star. That is Kirby's mission. He didn't feel like he was in the spotlight perhaps as much in Astralis, but now he is, well, put up with the task of dealing with Simple, dealing with Na'Vi, and putting some scores on those doors. Gents joining me now, Henry G and Matthew Trivet, joining us to cast this one and guide us through Inferno. Na'Vi have looked fantastic on this map. You just recently casted some mad Na'Vi Infernos.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing it again. I feel like they are the favourites going into this one. But North, they can definitely handle themselves on Inferno. Hopefully there's a bit of a better showing than what it was in Train. To be fair, Simple won't have that sort of freedom on Inferno. It's a bit more of a stifled map. You know, you can't really just jump around in the outside bomb site, AWPing absolutely everyone at 3 different choke points, right? So hopefully he's a bit more contained and North can have a bit more freedom to do some executions.
Matt, what did you make of Chad's comments suggesting that they want to try and contain Na'Vi with aggression? They want to see aggression from North and stop them doing their kind of survival.
I don't mind that. Because there's certainly players on Na'Vi that aren't fragging at the same level as Simple, so you can take advantage of those fights. But I think that the bigger issue is you got to get a good start to do that, because we know Mertz's aggression is reliant around the AWP, and we know that Inferno, especially CT side. I'm going to say really curious to see how Mertz plays on T side if they can get the op in his hands, because there's not too many oppers right now. Simple obviously showed last night. Guardian shows us all the time he can play that style. The style that Mertz plays suggests that he can, but more importantly on CT we know it's an integral part of the setup. So they've got to get a good start and make sure the economy is in that regard, even to get aggressive.
Have fun, boys.
All right then, here we go. Inferno. North looking to prove themselves here and actually get a decent showing on the board. He got 8 rounds before. Like to see him get at least deep into the double figures and manage to at least give them a good run for their money here. I'll have a look as to who's starting where. I'll see that it'll be North on the T side right now. They can have 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, no nades, so just no banana rush here. 3 players for Na'Vi heading towards the arch side. That's going to be them pushing down towards T steps. Simple's going in first. Oh god, it could be a little bit messy here. He does hear 1 towards T steps. Mertz already goes down at the apartments. We still have got MSR. I'm sure he's about to get wrecked. He doesn't. He actually comes out on top. So 3 on 3. Flamey still alive and kicking though. This kill is very important as the bomb does go down. Flamey actually gets his way towards the underpass.
Yeah, gets away from it. I think Kirby's going to try and one-up him. Like, you want to crawl through there? I'll wait the bottom of alt mid for you to escape. He's a little late, in fact. He's already gone around the corner. Zeus tagged considerably. Good shot from AZ. That'll control Pit for now. It'll slow down the approach, or rather retake of Zeus as well to get back to the site, because Electronic has to go now aggressive toward AZ. He's done so well in this round. Call him out last game, but 3 kills in the post plant this time by.
Yep, very well done. 3 kills, holding strong in the pit. Lots of damage inflicted. That was Na'Vi getting very aggressive at the start there. They were hoping for a bit more there. It seemed like they would, but MSL, key kill towards Simple there, and managed to allow his teammates to get very quickly in towards the A site, plant the bomb, and nothing could be done. Good start, that's what they needed. There will be a force buy, of course, in return. Na'Vi with the Scouts, CZs, and Deagles. Simple won't go all in with the army. Wants to make sure he has enough for the AWP, and what the hell is that? The Scout shot towards T-Steps. Mertz was mid-air, and he manages to blow his head off. That's crazy. Really nice shot.
Mertz isn't going to get any kills this round either. Build up his bank a little bit further if they do want to bring out that T side. I imagine that he's going to have that. That seems like a thing for his playstyle. So, all to play for, but AZ shuts it down again. And trades back to make it 4 aside, having lost the amazing shot, to be fair, with the Scout. So Simple's going to work in. Smoke down in front of the library means he won't have access of vision toward the site, or at least line of sight toward the site. That's a lot of the word site in the same sentence, but spelled differently, Henry.
Indeed.
As Kiarbi flashed off, has to make a movement to the corner. He didn't make noise in doing so, so even though Zeus considers it, he's certainly ready on the AK-47, and it's the advantage again to North, and I imagine the round as well, if they want to save these Scouts, these Deagles. Okay, Simple. Fair enough.
Yeah. Waiting for his chance.
Everyone's got magnetic heads, apparently, when he fires bullets.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be saving the Deagles and the Scout here. Fortunately, no armor. They're hoping to see if the bomb explosion. Oh, they tried the old dossier there, nading towards the pit. Not quite enough damage, I'm afraid. Kiavi did hit the nade in the face, but still had enough to survive. Did they manage to get any other rifles? They did not. So the Dirty Deagles and the Scout. Flamey only finds 1. It's a great start there, but unfortunately couldn't capitalize on it. Well played by North to recover. It will be Mertz, like you said, 0 and 2. Might just want to take a pistol here, be drop something. We'll actually buy up a Mac 10 and armor. Would have preferred one of the other guys to drop him a Mac 10, but I guess they'll have to do with that. Afterwards, just yet 2 Deagles, 1 Scout, 2 USPs on the Na'Vi side. Flamey takes his Scout this time. Oh, how's he done that? Simple with the top of banana, pushes down, finds Kiabi.
It's just ridiculous. It's just insane. Like, just hits shots that don't make sense. He's so good at predictive aim, about like pre-firing or hitting a corner. For example, a perfect example, one of the best ones was last game with the AWP, and then just instantly pops out with the Deagle to hit the second guy as well. Yeah. He's so good at just anticipating the play.
Yeah, preemptive shots are his specialty. Well, he's got the man advantage once again. Simple actually brought up armor. Just a note there, after finding 2 frags in the previous. Edward looks towards Arch. He'll be taken down by Mertz. Not much you can do there with no armor. As soon as you get shot, you slow down tremendously. And now Simple will be challenged. He gets another one. How's he done that as well?
Don't question it, Henry. Just let it happen.
It's like so unreal. It looks like, wow, he's definitely dead now. He's not going to find a kill. Nope, still gets the 1 deek. And now they still have a little bit of a chance here. But the Scout's so far removed from this one. It's coming from the banana. And MSL will have a real nice angle in this one. Flamey won't be able to do much about this. He's waiting to see if there's a chance. Looks like he wants to maybe hold on to the Scout. MSL just get tagged up once. Nade will come in. That might take down Flamey. Oof, almost 29 HP. Molotov now. They just want to make sure they guarantee the round, and that's fine. They will do that. No way Na'Vi are winning this one. Simple goes down eventually after his 2 kills. So does Flamey. Zeus and Electronic trying to save a Mac 10 and a Deagle. They've got no armor to save, so they'll look for the exit frag here. MSL is low. He'll be dealt with momentarily. AZ might get the same sort of treatment here as they smoke off, trying to pick up the fallen weapons here. Through the smoke. That's what we found. Galil was picked up.
That's it.
Did he survive? I'm not sure.
He could have easily gotten into engagement. I'm not sure that he would have survived there either because they started to spray through the smoke. But Simple, good start. Still, though, North the victory. Our replay of Ghost Edward. The ghost of rounds past.
Yes. Edward did save the glue. There we go. 3-0 for North. Good start. That's what they needed here on Inferno. No AWP for Simple in the first gun round. He'll be on the M4A4 after purchasing the armor in the previous. Electronic. Runs towards the apartments. Sometimes very good, sometimes very quiet. A little bit inconsistent.
It's still going to be Zeus backing off in the side early. Mid wall already taken by North. Mertz on an AK. Not electing to big out the big green just yet. Perhaps they don't need to on the T side. If you lose it and give it to the CTs, it's more detrimental where they're responding to it. Might be the better call later in the half if they want to use it. So Simple spires out backside of Library, knowing that they first the Arch and B is wide open. 4 players over toward A that have to retake. They may call this a save immediately. They might post up and look for exit kills. I say that. Zeus is still getting ever closer toward the top of Banana. AZ is ready for him. Good response. That brings them now to a man advantage. Is it encouraging enough considering the time, considering that Zeus is the only one with a kit for them to go for this? 3 players posted top Banana. I imagine they'll take a peek. They'll take a stab at this. Volda, MSL, both waiting inside of Ruins. We'll soon discover there's no one coming from CT and therefore be able to hold off the angle as Electronic takes down Mertz. This certainly will work for Na'Vi. Already in on it. Zeus again, the one with the kit. He needs to play the bomb. Molotov goes deep from it. It's a lineup, and oh, what a save from Simple. If he'd hit that shot, it was over. Zeus's kit goes down. Defuse doesn't happen, but Simple lines up not only the kill to save him, but takes MSL as well.
Yeah, well played by Simple there. Zeus has had to hold his breath, go for the full defuse. It looked like it was all going to go wrong, but look at Simple. Ready. You can see the deep angle there. Managed to get one half blind towards CD spawn. This flicks his aim towards that position. He is just playing out of his mind right now. I'm assuming he's at the top of the scoreboard. Indeed he is. Edward 0-3, Simple 5-3 after being down 3-0. Electronic back towards the apartments now. 3 AKs on the CT side, always very beneficial. Flamey on the AWP, interesting enough. I guess Simple's got an AK. He's like, you know what, I'm just going to use this. It's fine. Flamey, I guess you'd call the secondary AWP of Na'Vi. Don't have a bunch of options in that respect. He'll look towards the boiler room right now, throws an aid in, hoping to find someone who's ready and waiting on the other side. Smokes it as well. No damage inflicted, I'm afraid. And the bomb's still down a T-step, so North won't be committing anywhere soon. It's going to be picked up there by Kiabi. Yanko wanted to look out for him and see whether he could have a decent performance here on the North side. He definitely has had some good games. I saw at the summer he was doing a very good job, but he needs to develop into the team and see what his role's going to be. And myself smokes towards Arch, gets out the boiler. Good mid control coming in. 45 seconds now. They still have the majority of their smokes. CTs do not. They haven't got a single one left.
Not ideal. Defending on Inferno especially as Electronic backs off toward the balcony. Zeus is still at Archway, spires back. MSL's found by shoulder showing, but enough bullets land. AZ, meanwhile, does get the response. He's looked okay so far for North. Better than we saw on the last map. More contribution, more impact early on as Volda's going to take Electronic. That opens up another site to North, although Flamey is trying to be cheeky on this. I imagine as soon as the bomb goes down, they're going to press him, so he can't wait long enough to allow the full rotation, but he certainly can get free kills. He's got a chance for a second, misses the shot. Mertz is going to try and play up close, but Flamey's faster, and now the retake's certainly on. They do respond. AZ controls Flamey. It goes back to a 2 versus 2. They lost the opportunity to strike well. The iron was hot and the confusion was inside of the pit. But they still have Simple, mind you, on 26 HP, and Edward to work back in. AZ swings out, good find. Crossfire with Volda, and he's going to win it alone. Great round from him. In the end, 3 kills. Flamey nearly made that doable for Na'Vi.
It seemed like no one was aware the pick could be a possibility. They didn't check it whatsoever, and everyone just had their backs turned to it. That could have been disastrous, but luckily, Valda picks it up and manages to get the last 2 frags there. It's going to be a harsh reset for the CTs. Looks like they're going all in, as you can see. They're going to have 1 M4 for Simple, a few pistols, and Flamey just a deagle. I thought he was going to have the USP just then. And yeah, that could have fallen apart for North. They need to be making sure they clear out this position. Fair enough, there was like 11 seconds left. Bit of confusion. They want to make sure they get on the site. It was a safe plant, so maybe they were aware. This didn't check at all. And Simple does a ton of damage towards MSL there as he peeks around with the flashbang. Headshots him through the wooden board. Takes him down to 15. So, building block to begin round number 6 for Na'Vi, and he gets towards the sandbags now. You know he's going to find a kill here. It's just a matter of when. Damage towards Kiabi. Oh, finally goes down. Mertz, the AWP covering his teammates. I just think that's the time to strike. Let's get in, shall we? Rifle down. We know that money's broken. Presumably just a pistol on the other side.
Indeed, that's the case. It is a deagle, but the deagle won't find anything as Kiabi lines up Edward. one for North, and Navi not much to work with. I say that Zeus slips through the smoke, finds Mertz, responded by Valda. Thankfully in time before things got rather awkward. Because that kill certainly would have favored Navi, and given that Flamey still has the AK-47 as well, Electronic rather, getting closer, but I think that AK is coveted at this point in time. Low HP though, mind you, for MSL and Kiabi. High HP player. This Valda. MSL gets the crossfire, that'll work. Valda doesn't need to do anything from Ruins at this point. Flamey wants that AK far too much to even dare walking near the site. And North will pick up another round, making it 5 for them in total, but Navi have guns in the next round at the very least.
This is looking quite good though for North. 3 players will survive. Remember, that was the force buy from Navi, so just a saved AK. Flamey will definitely be using that. He won't drop it to the star player because he's got the armor. He'll drop the deagle though, I would imagine. That goes into the hands of Simple. Of course it does. Simple yet to purchase the AWP on the CT side. I'm sure that'll be coming into next round. Lost bonus, only at $1,900 so far though, so that's not ideal. They'll get 2,400 on top, so you can't even afford the AWP next round. No one can on the CT side. So tactical timeout. Things getting a little bit desperate here. If you're just joining us, this is our 4th map of the evening. The first one between these two particular teams was Train, where Navi looked unbelievable, especially Simple. He dropped like 35 kills in a 16-7 game. They are purchasing some things here. The AK's out. I don't think they've gone all in. I sort of CZ, PT50 there. They have spent quite a lot, you know. I guess they know their eco next round again. Like I said, they only get 2,400. That's not enough for the AWP, so they're going to take a partial buy here with the AK. Hope they can win that round. Simple with the head armor again, but this time Mertz takes him down. You were questioning whether he could step out with the T-side AWP. That's a lovely pick to get to open things up. Looks like they'll commit with that, and MSL follows it up. 2 smokes towards dawn, not great, but still, that's going to be a guaranteed round.
Well, that's the good news with it. Yeah, I'm not so much questioning as in doubting, just to be clear on that phrasing. But I think he could be good on it. I think there's potential there for it, just based on his movement, based on... He's almost like ADD in the style that he plays it. Doesn't want to sit anywhere, wants to know everything that's going on, constantly moving around.
It's got that real like Twitch aim as well. You can see every time he's looking at an angle, it's like it's shaking almost.
Yeah,
like it's ready to like
It's cool,
snap.
I like it. I'm about to snap, Henry.
Oh, we all are.
Well, Flamey again's going to try and hold on. Never mind. Zeus in a 1v5. Bomb to go off. North is looking solid. We thought Navi over the last few days have looked really good on this map, and North wouldn't have time to prepare. Well, that's thrown out the window. North is looking solid, whether it's preparation or otherwise. They certainly have a great start. Mertz will hold on to the op and carry it over. The guns will be limited once more for Navi. A few pistolinos.
That's all they can really get. He wanted to get the AWPs our next round, so they have to take another eco here. It's pretty rough out there right now.
It's a wild world. You win some and you lose some.
Flashbangs in. We're trying to find the first kill here. Always dangerous against Navi with the pistols. You know what they're like. Electronic. CZ in hand. Nice pink one. Gonna work out for him. Gets the first kill. AZ, no trade potential apparently. Valda though gets the wall bang, of course. Second fragment. News coming out on the top here. Maybe he does. Tries to pull out the IKEA pistol. You have to assemble that one yourself. And it doesn't really work out for Valda there. And we'll see a 4-on-3 advantage. Like I said, you can never discount Navi in these sort of rounds, but they just have a bit of armor and some CZ. CZ obviously deadly in most teams, but now the bomb's down. And the problem is MSL's got full control of the B site, but no bomb to plant.
MSL better hold true and do a damn good job of it, because he's got a while before his teammates will even arrive in that part of the map as well. I think that they're sitting back right now. You can see them at the bottom of Banana. to get confirmation whether or not the rotations have actually happened toward him, if they're going to try and get that position back, because if they do, maybe A's the better call. At this point, they can't gamble in 26 seconds, and MSL has gone down. Bomb out of the equation. Edward to shut MSL. Zeus back through the smoke. It's all falling apart for North. Confusion, chaos. 17 seconds. Kirby's out of there. He can't, there's no way he makes it to A, especially not with Simple in this position. This round's done. Secured at this kill alone.
Yep, Simple hears him coming. And like I said, the pistol's always going to be a bit deadly there. The bomb goes down easy. No trade potential in the apartments. They gives away an AK-47. Valda did what he could to recover, but wasn't quite enough. Great push from Edward. This guaranteed the round there. That one dink alone. Knows he done considerable damage there. Pushes through. Manages to take him down in the emo corner. And then Kiabi tried to book it towards the A-bomb side, but Simple one step ahead of him. And now, like I said, going for the double AWP setup. This is what they wanted to work towards. Simple and Flamey on the AWPs. Flamey towards top and middle, and Simple will be playing B for now. Edward flashed in. This is a classic Edward move. They do this a lot, looking towards the T steps, and he'll push down and just get full control of this area. His teammate often froze the smoke, but looks like he's expended his at the very start. Number 9, a fast half here. Will the double up setup yield any sort of success for this team? One nails the second as well, but can't actually finish him off. It was through the edge of the wall there, so he'll do the damage. Take AZ down to 18. Quite enough. Zeus, that's brave. He actually gets the bomb now at T steps. That's thrown a complete span in the works. Good reaction. That's even better. Simple, ready and waiting. Catches AZ with a nade on his hand at that particular point. This is a little bit questionable. The round should be concluded here. Simple will get the final shot. Of course he does. Nails it with the AWP. 2 in total for him. And now Na'Vi cooking with gas. They managed to get themselves a decent amount of weaponry. Still got the AWP. I doubt they'll go for the double AWP setup this round. And money not looking too good for North. They're going to force buy this one. CZs, Galils, and maybe a timeout here considering we've gone to this screen.
I'd say that's the fact. Tactical timeout Na'Vi needed to be called 6-3. At least they've gotten a few more rounds on the board from where we were a short time ago. One round due to in part by a blunder from North. We the North, Hank. It's the Toronto Raptors. It's their playoff slogan. Yeah, it was a thing one year. We the North in the 6. I don't know. People just say things, and I just, go along with it.
Well, there we have it. We'll have a look as to whether this tactical timeout will do anything for North. 1 AK, 1 Galil, 3 pistols. I don't think it will. Time will tell. They know if they can win this one, it will be very disruptive to the Nardus Vincere defense. Smoke's coming in. It's the same smoke they usually throw. All the way down towards the T steps there. Nade in as well. So if you consistently throw that smoke and you've got a good spawn, it means that the T's, they're really tentative to actually push through that position. They either try and run through it, run into the grenades, or they allow you to have full B banana control. It's actually quite a nice idea. And then we go towards apartments here. This will be a simple pop flash approach, I'd imagine, with 3 players in towards the apartments. Electronics about to be tested here. All 5 players on this side of the map for North. Electronic needs to try and avoid the flash best he can. So we see it coming. Good Molotov though, or incendiary I should say, from the CT forces just to slow them down somewhat there. Could feel them coming. Flash will probably come from middle. There's a smoke towards library. Electronic ready for this. Get 1, can't find the second though. Good trade from Mertz. So perfect position to lock this one down. Kiabi, at least he did a good job. Just being patient there. I think his teammates get on the bomb side first. Now it's a 2 versus 1, but they're up against their nemesis, Simple. He's coming from the quad.
Yeah, he is, but 1 versus 2. AZ swinging to find Zeus, as you say, will stay inside of the bomb site. It's Kiarbi that posts inside of Graveyard. It gives them a chance to respond off of each other that rather than the pit isolation should the first shot be successful. And Kiarbi, not expected in that angle, I think, from Simple. Gets the kill, so North continue on in good stead. After the timeout, winning a round, money's not great for Na'Vi. That's why they called the timeout. That's why they needed to win the round. So AZ is looked much, much better this map than in the last. 9 and 5 for him. He actually tops the leaderboard. Valda not far off of that, but he's at the top together with him, ahead of anyone else from Na'Vi. 3 players on 8 for Na'Vi, so Simple's not far and away ahead this time.
Well, there we go. It was a good decision by North to force buy. Na'Vi will try and do it themselves. CZs again. The war of attrition here. And we'll see who will give in first. Should be Na'Vi, judging by this sort of buy on the CT force, but Going towards the B bomb site once again. Emerson control of that area. Not many boosted players. No one getting tagged up. Maybe to hold it.
Zeus along with him. Both of which with CZ75s, electronic, same weapon. Simple better than that. He had an M4. He's got nothing now as Kiabi puts him down with the AK.
Just pistols, remember. Now they get the early lead. A minute remaining. Edward will pick up whatever he can from Simple's corpse. I think he's trying to get that M4. It's actually in the most awkward position. Okay, he does get it. I thought, no way. Is that just going to be stuck there? There's the M4 recovered. Zeus might be considering going to get that UMP. It is available to him, but obviously a little bit awkward to get.
Electronic sitting on top of... Well, okay, it was his teammate's head, but it's also not required. There is the pallet there. It's Flamey. Flashes off and will try and rotate and beat them toward A. They have no one in the pit, no one inside of the apartments. He's already tagged up through the box when he does arrive and sprayed down. Mertz and Kiabi each with kills. A site open 8-3. I'm impressed, North. No, he's going to try and save an M4 and a UMP.
They'll try. Zeus, like we said, picking up the UMP Edward once had. Edward with the M4A4 that was picked up from Simple. Zeus goes towards the spawn area. We'll get one more, actually upgrades to the AK-47 now. It actually isn't looking too bad, but MSL will want one of these players down, which he does. That's the AK-47 removed. Remember, this was a force buy from Na'Vi. They could probably be on eco next round. Indeed they will. They'll have $1,900 next. Could even be a double eco. Looking too good. But the M4 is saved. Edward will try and do what he can there. Again, this is looking much better by North. Already won the half. 11 rounds in. On the T side, no less. So not really much I can tell you about Na'Vi's approach going into round number 12 here, because they've got one M4 and this default pistols. Apart from that, they're going to send 5 players towards B. Maybe just rush down and hope for the best here. I guess the idea is this is the classic bait right now. They know that they've got one rifle, right? So Edward's idea is to push down here. Even if he dies, he's hoping that causes North just to run in towards the B site. Then they'll run into this big stack of players on the B side of that, but that's not really working out for them. It's actually going to be Kiabi's damage, but surely he'll go down. Drops a flashbang, trying to stay alive best he can. 2 HP, will he do it? Looks like he will. Out he goes.
So Simple drops off the boost. They're all there. Maybe with the M4 yet again, but 9-3. This T side going from good to better. That's the thing for North. And as we watch the time tick down, Na'Vi's likely using this time to talk to each other and figure out what exactly happens now when the guns come back up. So many bomb plants for North, so much good work to get on the site. The execution seemed fairly solid. Timing on A is excellent, especially when wrapping on the pit side.
Well, here we go.
So AWP for Simple, no, he can't afford it. He's at 4,200.
Yeah, that's why I was saying maybe even a double go, but they're getting to the point now where they need to post rounds. They'll take a tactical timeout, maybe some aggression required here, maybe pushing into second, middle, something like that. The thing is, like, it's so delicate now as to what they can really do. They get very little in terms of grenades. They just about get M4 and body armor. It's not looking great, I'll tell you that, on the Na'Vi side, after looking so dominant on train. This is why I feel like this is where Simple is contained, right? He can't completely carry like he does on train, because train, you think about it, he plays on the bomb train with the AWP. He can look at main entrance, pop dog, IV, rotate quickly towards inside. It's a very fluid map in that sense. On Inferno, if you go towards B at the start and they go A, it's a very long rotation, like 25 seconds before you actually add the library, and maybe a bit less than that, maybe like 18 seconds. So like he can't have so much domination like he would. He currently sits on, I think, 8 kills was that, and we'll see whether he can do anything here. Very weak buy for Na'Vi. 1 defuse kit, some basic utility, 5 M4s. Not ideal. It's enough though, don't get me wrong. The fact there's no SMGs on the T side means those squishy heads will be okay.
Squishy heads, like a little bug.
Yep.
Flamey top mid, holding the wall. AZ's already inside of Boiler, so too with Kiarbi. But Zeus has support for Flamey if they do go that direction. Smoke down. He's getting a very aggressive Flamey. They've got their backs turned to him. He's in great position, but only gets one. Zeus is able to bait it off of that, however, and finds 3. Great shutdown from Na'Vi, finally.
Weird strategy from North. They didn't even chuck a smoke towards Arch. They just did one flash and pushed through. It's like a surprise tactic, I guess. Just one flash right at the start, trying to catch them off and change the pace. Did not work out. As you can see, Flamey, he did a ton of damage there pushing through from Arch, but it was Zeus who did all the damage with the AK-47, got all the kills. And so Flamey pushes through, does the dink, and then they all turn around to try and kill him, and then Zeus comes around the corner to find 3. I didn't see it from Zeus's POV. Let's have a look at it now. Let's see how easy this looks for him. So he gets one, they got nades in the hands, they're turning around. I'm not sure what that strategy is meant to do. I guess you're just hoping it's a really defensive setup from the CTs, but didn't even check Arch. You're just hoping it wasn't going to be played at all by Na'Vi there. 3 AKs now on the CT side, much better. Clean round.
So Flamey and Zeus to play together at the top of mid, this time getting more aggressive. More old school Virtus Pro-esque by holding the top of middle. Bad timing. Flamey wants to put the same smoke out as he did last time. However, Mertz is far too quick this time around, and he reads that they're likely toward Boiler. Good catch on Zeus. Electronic does what he can from the pit, but it's not enough. Volta comes from above, and the bomb to be planted yet again from North on this round 14. Potentially get them double digits.
Looks like it. It will be a very difficult retake now. AWP for Simple. Edward on the AK-47. They'll both be in CT spawn. Another fast approach there from North this time. A lot more efficient coming out of the apartments, and like you said, Electronic did well to get 2, but his teammates had already fallen at that point. Needed at least 3 to make this possible, in my opinion. Their money's going to be pretty tight for the last round there, so they might just want to save the AWP and the AK-47. Looks like they are. And North bouncing back. Mertz especially, 2 kills with that AWP. Has some glimmers of brilliance every now and then.
Now and then. Na'Vi, I'm just trying to think that, I mean, they had a good start. I haven't seen their schedule coming up, but 1-1 with North certainly leaves them in the thick of it, I'm sure, in the long run. Remember, FaZe did win 2 tonight against AGO. That's Spring Rockets, or Spring Rockets.
Spring Rockets. Leap Rockets.
Leap Rockets. Yep. That's what we've called the SS Leap Rocket. That's our ship. It puts them back near the top of the leaderboard. So, I mean, it is going to be an interesting season. Space Soldiers off to a great start as well.
Yeah, they were like 4-1 from what I saw this morning.
I think 4 and no, 4-1. You're right, but an overtime loss though.
Okay.
So they had 10 points, I think.
Wow.
Which is pretty impressive.
There we go. It will be the final round of the first half here. Na'Vi needs this. And, so I'm going to say no trade potential, but it's Brave. It works out for him. AZ will be following in. Both players dead on this side of the map. Mertz holding off the rotations. Great place to position himself. And that's just going to be Simple now with the AWP. He can't win this. I'm afraid he is good, but it would be an absolute catastrophe for North to give this round up.
Has to go for it. That's the good news. We get to see Simple try. It's a lovely thing about round 15 sometimes. You see these very unlikely plays because there's no other option. But you're right. Saying that if he won this would be pretty far-fetched. Simple flash through. Bomb's already too far gone. Just get some kills. Not even that. Kiarbi shuts him down. Not having the game he did on Terrain, and you called it right, Henry. I think this map just doesn't lend itself to being quite so open, perhaps, for Simple.
Yeah, you can't find opening picks really on the CT side. You can look towards T steps and on crossing over, but if the T's are smart about it, they can deny absolutely everything. So, well played. I like the game plan there from himself. Only real issue I saw was that real fast strategy to put in the smoke arch. That was the only thing that really went wrong for them, if I'm honest. But overall, pretty solid. Simple. Did have some pretty outrageous shots at the start, but he finished with, I think, 8 kills in total. So definitely they've managed to cage the beast. Let's go to the second half. North of this, that should be it. If Na'Vi do, which they probably will, it will be a game for sure. There it is, yeah. Simple 8-8 Have a look at Kiabi, 14-7. Yanko wanted to see him perform, and he certainly did. That's a good result.
Result in the right direction. So 12 for Zeus. Zeus impressed me tonight as well. Even on train, I mean, yeah, okay, it was the simple show, but he had some moments. He had the ace. Yep. You don't see an ace from Zeus every day.
Not really, no. It was surprising. You could see, like, he really wanted us to see it as well. He's like, I've got to have this ace, guys. I know where he is. Let me do it.
It's important for me.
Yeah.
For my confidence.
There you go. If you want to be wearing a North jersey or indeed an RV jersey, you want to look like a bumblebee, go down to shop.eslgaming.com.
Or you could buy our jersey, Henry.
Yeah? When is that being released?
2019.
2019, okay.
When we join a team.
All right. Well,
we can't leak it. We don't want DK to put it on per sources.
That's true.
But it's going to happen.
He's always asking me about that when I'm with him.
I know. I know. He's coy.
Yeah.
Clever guy.
So who's casting the grand final, Henry?
Yeah. Why don't you ask Launders? He'll tell you before it's announced.
Yeah, well, he
did by accident. I talked to him about it. I was like, Launders, why did you tweet that already? He's like, well, Richard said it on the desk. But Richard actually said the show match was between James Bardoff and Dan. And he wasn't really listening and was like, hey, good job, boys. Yeah. It turned out to be true.
Oh, there you go.
It's pretty funny. That's all right. I don't think it matters that much these days if everyone knows ahead of time.
It's not a big deal at all.
No.
It's just casting. Who cares?
Wow. All right.
It's just casting. Someone's
Who cares is the way to put it.
Someone's got to do it.
One of our observers' friends just logged in on Steam, apparently.
Okay. Turn that off, please.
No, don't. Maybe they want to play PUBG.
It's a dangerous game you're playing there. Someone just message him now saying, I don't know.
Penis.
Could just message him saying penis, yeah.
You have to say it louder now, Henry. That's how it works.
I'm not playing the penis game with you. I've tried it once, and it really didn't go well.
Got detention?
Oh, yes.
No? Not detention?
No, I never really got detention when I was at school.
Oh, I did. Lots.
I can imagine.
What does that mean?
I can just see what you're like.
What? Tell me more.
You seem quite mischievous.
Mischievous. All right.
Bit of a loudmouth.
Oh. All right. Look, it's worked out for the better, I think, Henry.
Yes, it has. You should go back to your school now and say, look, you always tell me I talk too much.
No, the thing is, they do like an alumni magazine.
Okay.
And despite that the headmaster and I didn't get along, I went to boarding school.
Yeah.
Partly for hockey and whatever. The headmaster and I didn't get along. They put me in the amazing alumni category in the magazine. I was like,
really?
The irony. Didn't see that one coming, did you, boys?
I think I got dishonorably discharged. So, got caught cheating. So,
it's not bad.
I don't think I'll be invited to their meet and greet at the old school there. But let's get into it, shall we? Enough about that. And it will be round number 1. And like we said, Na'Vi need this desperately. 3 sets of armor for the T's, 2 smokes. Those will be tactical when the Na'Vi boys are on the server.
Kajabai. Hanging out with missile. Perhaps he's a heat-seeking missile, and he'll get the shot! He's got Simple down, not bad. He'll fall away. Edward goes back toward the underpass. They'll relocate over and fortify the B position because they want to get Banana. Seemingly want to get Banana. Little horse noise for you there, Hank. I know you like horses.
Got a lot in common with them.
Big buck teeth.
Yep.
I get it. Stubborn.
Yep.
Essentially ruled redundant by the steam engine. Kiarbi, Miss MSL. Good shots, good crossfire. MSL gets 2. Zeus gets 1 back in the end, but Kiarbi tries to swing back out to the fountain. And Zeus, last alive, will go down north with the pistol, the second of which in this game, and now a 12-4 lead on the CT side. All things point to success.
It does. That's a great result for North there, holding off the not so much BX. You can see a couple of smokes coming in, but no flashbangs, and 1 by 1 they go. Kiarbi and MSL just laying it down. And there will be a force buy with no bomb planted there from Na'Vi. Deagle CZs, a couple of flashbangs, no scouts or anything like that. 3 rifles for North, they're not going to mess around here. Actually 4 rifles, beg your pardon. 2 Famas there. And Mertz said he was aggressive, and you can see why. Edward gets absolutely wrecked at the very start of the round. A little bit more here. Flamey, Desert Eagle, makes his way up towards the apartments here.
The apartments and MSL again trying to find shots down toward Banana. So all facets of the map in play. Where are we going tomorrow, Henry?
We're going to Ukraine.
Didn't need to make that sound enthusiastic at all. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
We're going to Ukraine at 11 o'clock in the morning.
That's like normal people hours.
Yes, they don't finish work at midnight, so I think it's fair.
Jason has to fly on that too, I think.
No, he's got an evening flight.
Ah, smart.
I think.
Smart lad.
Some of the guys have.
Well, AZ nading over, making sure that the wrap side's covered toward Arch because they don't have any information there, having lost a player early. So good find from Na'Vi that splits the defense. Good shot from AZ on the MP9. Drops the bomb on the balcony as well. That's going to be problematic for Na'Vi. If he knew that, he could, I don't know if he was looking at the radar because he was so busy fixed upon the quad side. If he knew that, he could play it accordingly and not necessarily overextend, but he does exactly that. They're going to gather the bomb, and they now have a 3 versus 2 despite that Simple solo. He'll plant the bomb for them, so it's a 2-2 on take, and then once Simple gets positioned, he can play off the information. This is falling apart. Na'Vi steal the round back. Momentum gone. Forget success. You failed.
They couldn't hold off the pistols. Not strong enough, I'm afraid. And there will be North now on the force buy themselves. They're making the correct play, though. I do respect this for MSL. He knows when he has to force buy and when he doesn't. Just some pistols here. Keep the money at least a relatively okay level, about $1,000 per player. If they force ball here, it's a window of opportunity for Na'Vi. They just want to concentrate and close this one out as quickly as possible.
Shots attempted. Molotov in behind sandbags, no success. It's got MSL down, but MSL, or rather, excuse me, has Carry down, but MSL has Simple down. So fair trade, good to get Simple off the map. Zeus is stepping up once more though, and Na'Vi looking sharp. AZ, at least something for the replay. Thought he actually had a second one there, I'm not gonna lie, when the player disappeared down T stairs, but he didn't. It's 3 players still up for Na'Vi, and now 12-6.
Hold. Good nade. Absolutely taken down. Might be another eco here. Indeed there is. Game is on. Na'Vi find a lifeline as we go into round number 4. Mertz asking for a boost there. MSL says, no, you're boosting here. Flashbang comes in, a chance to get the first kill. Zeus will do a bit of damage towards Mertz. Kill is dead. Flashbangs are good actually. CTs could have caused a bit of damage there. Get one, the flashes are relentless, oh my goodness. But overall, it's looking quite contained. Just 1 kill picked up the list of things, maybe 1 more. MSL, good job on 16 HP, but he's taken down quickly. 12-7, the gun rounds begin.
So Mertz back to the AWP. Gun rounds begin, but it's all in on the first one for North, and therefore, if they win this, we get to 12-8, we get towards a closer game, and it's entirely possible that Na'Vi pulled this off. I'm not going to rule them out of this by any stretch of imagination. North definitely have to hedge their bets. Here we go. Aggression from Mertz. Goes straight in, doesn't cross over the A side. He wants to go all the way down middle toward all mid, Alu style. So far, no one's showing, but this is a timer. The longer he stands there and no one has information toward the bottom of middle, the less likely, first off, is to find a kill, but more likely is to be exposed to someone peeking from the stairwell. Thankfully, he gets back safely, but they've gotten the apartments in the meantime. He's still desperate to find a shot. Smoke over toward the site. Flash as well. Mertz does not hit the shot, forced off the angle, but thankfully AZ inside of the site was able to get Electronic. That bought space for Volda, but not enough, and Edward has Mertz rotating back around. Well struck from Na'Vi, well timed from MSL. Bomb not planted. As he gets Flamey down, that's going to give them space, but Zeus is far too quick and far too well positioned for MSL to get away.
But Edward's going into the apartments. Kiabi can hear him, or can he? Apparently not. Edward will be ready to pounce in the apartment position, and he'll take him down first. Gun round in favor of Na'Vi. So we'll have to have another Rico for North now. After winning the pistol, it looked like this game was theirs, but forced by victory for Na'Vi says no. And we'll get into another eco situation. Partial buy, though, with the 4-0. We'll see whether they can get the Orbs out next round. I'm sure Mertz will be jumping at the bit to get that out. There's a Molotov towards the B barrels, just to push these CTs back. Very default setup right now, no one overcommitting. We have got Zeus making his way towards the logs. They'll just be trying to give us some basic control here. Work out what they're up against in terms of the weaponry and the CT forces. Try and base out any grenades there might be. Send maybe... Oh, they don't have any SMGs, but maybe just send Flamey and the M4 to have a bit more mobility. And work out the stacks on the other side. First things first, they've got to get full banana control.
Edward and Simple to hold off the bottom side of middle, and Kiarbi has to back off. MSL will set the crossfire with him. From top orange is 1. Deagle to slide out. Smokes down. Good shot. Kiarbi gets it before the smoke bloom. They double smoked it again, by the way. So a bit of a miscue on Na'Vi. Electronic. Fair play. He'll follow it up, and Flamey goes in. Kiarbi does go down. So the one miraculous shot from the Deagle, not quite enough to convince them or persuade them not to take the B site. They barely get it with Flamey on 9 HP, but they do. That's the important part. Oh my goodness. Volda gets the boost. Hits Electronic at the back of the site. Now it's Flamey on 9 HP. Simple's going to have to step up. Not like that's impossible. But this suddenly looks foreseeable for North. Easy to jump over top of the coffin. He won't. Flamey. 9 HP gets a kill, and not only that, he closes it onto AZ, and it was Simple stacked in the same position that would have caught them off. Well done from Flamey. 3 kills on 9 HP.
Not bad at all, is it? Flamey keeping the dream alive. They got a bit dicey towards the end, but now the game really begins in the second half. Flamey, as you can see, with the coffin play, baiting his teammates in. Doing absolutely nothing here. Burst fire as well. You like to see that. So, all power for Mertz, as Na'Vi closes the gap. Valda waiting for any sort of presence towards middle. To be MSL and Kiabi playing at the B bomb site. Used to be config there, I'm not mistaken, so you just slot right in. So looking to boost Kiabi up. This is actually a classic play from North. They used to do this quite a lot. Smoke at the top, boost in after flashbangs being deployed.
So just trying to get the shot up. Banana, MSL jumping. Mertz to get the closure. Simple down. Up to 9. They've brought this into contention, but now North holding very effectively as well toward Banana. With 3 players there, they haven't gone for the early rotation yet, which is interesting now because there's going to be pressure applied toward top mid, namely at Arch. Volda's got to be careful. Thankfully, that smoke's still deployed. But Arch side given up. Kiarbi has to hold it from spawn.
This is telling for the North can force one back. That's brave from Kiabi, but wow. Fortune does favour the brave as he gets 2 kills there, and it will be Zeus. That's impossible for MSL. I said impossible. You got to run through jumping and spraying your M4. Either way, still should be secure. And Zeus now, unless he hits the shot, will be taken down. Nice work by Kiabi. That was very risky, and it works out for him.
Doesn't work out. And it's 13 rounds for North as a result. Getting closer.
Balls of steel there. Maybe asbestos, considering who's standing in the flames.
Asbestos, yeah. Yeah, breathe a bit of that into my day. Healthy stuff, that.
Yeah. 39. Tactical timeout from Na'Vi. Went independent in the organisation this year, I believe. They've got their own sponsors doing it on their own. Put the big boy pants on.
Yeah. North did.
No, Na'Vi.
I was going to say Na'Vi. Oh, right. I was going to say they're FC Copenhagen. Yeah, no, Na'Vi. Yeah, that's right. ES Force and Na'Vi parted ways. which is interesting. Considering for a while Na'Vi was the staple, I would have said, between Virtus Pro and them, given all their Dota success, but that was ages and ages hence, and their CS success has been few and far between as well. Mertz with a shot down B. Can't connect. Tries again. Tagged to 68. I think that was nade damage. He's still on for it, but he eventually has to concede. So he'll rotate around at least to CT. He's not going to go all the way. I thought it might be a dynamic play on the AWP where he just gets rid of the thought of playing over on Banana, or at least toward the B site, but he's back in position, back with Kiarbi. This round is everything. Break Na'Vi here, and you've got the game essentially won.
This is the one. Going towards middle, though. Very defensive hold from Norm. Zivada tucked in the corner. AZ just debates him. It's a lovely little setup, actually, with just MSL watching for the wrap. A lot of pressure on him. He doesn't want to necessarily be finding lots of frags, just to hold them up as long as he can. With that sort of smoke, especially at the 40-second mark, just to hold them out. He wants them to go towards the apartments and quad. Flamey in that position. 30 seconds now. That's the smoke towards the library. In we go. Flashbang's good. Buys him another 5 seconds or so. So that's lovely. Takes down Zeus. Now he can fall back to the bomb site and back up his teammates.
Try to back them up. Na'Vi with Edward already inside of the site. Looks to find AZ. Spots him, but he can't get the shot. He falls off the angle and not expecting MSL to be in the corner. He gets taken down as MSL slides out to get Simple as well. Watch Electronic on the flank back through the smoke from Library. Volda manages to control, contain, but leaves him on 19. He's got to buy time. Flamey, good shot to KRB, but time is gone. And Flamey will get 2 kills, but they're all for naught. 14 rounds for North. The good news, at least, that they save a gun on the Na'Vi side, but that's really a small price.
If you think about it, that setup is so cool because every T player will be expecting someone in the pit, right? They'll just assume there's someone in the pit. So you've got AZ taking the aggro away, basing in Valda boosted up on the site, and then you've got players who are coming in who have to take the pit as well while they're dueling you, and all the flashbangs are coming in. And then MSL, if he finds a kill at Arch and rotates and helps you out as well with more utility, that can be really powerful. That's quite cool to watch how that all breaks down. As we go into round number 9, North chasing match point here. You can see this is pretty much the last chance for Na'Vi. They'll have almost no money for the next round if they lose this one. 2 AKs, 2 UMPs, the Mac 10 for Simple. I want to give him the AK-47, all things considered. Spots 1 into the bedroom. At least I think it did. We saw him on his screen. 4 smokes, 1 Molotov and flashbangs. So smoke bounced, flash the other way. Just blinded by the light coming out of the apartments. Simple's already inside the pit and AZ's not ready for it. Needs to hold with a fast AWP. He's done that. He's got Electronic. He's got Simple. Volda closes out onto Edward. And the round done. North on map points. Not a bad effort from them at all on Inferno. I'm actually quite impressed. No money. Match points. Na'Vi surely out of this one. We should be splitting the 2 maps. Train was a dominant victory for Na'Vi, but North bounced back here. The new look, North, managing to pretty decent there. And like I said, Simple couldn't really get going here. 13 frags. After we get deep into the second half here, it's not as strong as he once was. And here we go, Valda gives his kill up there. Could be a lifeline. No real need for that, but Mertz picks up the pieces, takes down Zeus. Simple has been cleaned up in the process. Mertz gets another. He is very good in his close range scenarios. Pulls out the CZ, looking to finish things off quickly. The 1 flashbang comes through. MSL's already got information. It's going to be an A-side attack, but Flamey, he's got that AK. Now it's a 3-on-3. Simple low. CTs will be coming through. The bomb not yet planted. Electronic needs to be careful. He's got the bomb in his back. If he goes down, this could all fall apart. Luckily, he gets into the site. Simple holding in the bedroom. MSL's not going to check it. Why knife him? Oh my goodness. Just because. Because why not? There's no need when you're on map point. Or rather about to be. Taken down. If he loses that shot, they go to 3 versus 2 on a retake, and North can easily close out the game. AZ is going to back off. It looks like Na'Vi have secured, at least for now. They'll try to flash back in. Money available. Kits on both. Certainly time enough. But AZ, yeah, okay. He thinks better of it. So hold for exits, take anything away from Na'Vi. We go 1 further round at least, 15 to 10. Looks like that will be happening. We got to go the distance, it seems. 3 players in the pits. There's no HEs to flush them out. And 1 does go down. Poor guy. And there it is, double digits for Na'Vi. Will be Flaming Electronic saving the AK-47s, but Valda trying to close things out at the very start of the round there, rushing towards second middle through the bedroom. They knew the money was low for Na'Vi. I think just the standard setup there would be more than enough to close it out. He took a risk, and that one did not pay off for him. And we'll see as this tactical timeout comes in for North, whether it's enough to close out the game. 15-10.
So 15-10. And North having to save. I've called for the timeout with A being under fire a lot as of late. Mertz back onto the AWP or not? I didn't quite catch it before we snapped away to our cinematics. Didn't, so they're going to have to hold completely.
M4s, pistols, is it enough? I doubt it. This has got overtime written all over it. It will be Kiabi trying to close out the game single-handedly here. Gets towards the logs. Valda, you can see trying to make up for his previous mistake in the last round. Kiabi though, there's the double kill. This could be it, Matt. Takes out Electronic and Zeus. Good grenade towards the T-steps. Tickles Simple down to 95. They don't have the bomb, but they certainly have the advantage now. They want to try and pick up an AK there. MSL knows it, trying to sneak one. He does manage to pick it up. He's funneled them certainly towards the A side of the map. If Valda gets one, that should be it. He's going to see Flamey, but can't quite capitalize. He certainly does on that one. Brilliant shot.
Fair play.
And that's going to be a 5-on-1. Simple, he's good, but he can't close out this round. North do it thanks to Kiabi's heroics towards the bottom of the map.
That's awesome. Awesome with the only gun. North showing signs of encouragement, I think. A lot of individual plays being very successful. Inferno throughout was awesome. Mertz, I'm impressed. I like it. I'm all for this. North is actually, like I said, the team that I was the most hyped about, given that the changes were the most abrupt, and I think, I mean, yeah, sure, Dennis and Nip, legendary lineup, legendary player, but I think with North, there's just so much potential with the roster that they've constructed now, and this is great. This is encouraging. For game 1, not so much. Train was a bit, yeah. I mean, let's face it, Simple went off on them as well. That's part of it, but this looked like more of a unit, and everyone contributed.
Absolutely. Impressed with North for that one, and I agree with you. I think Mertz is a prospect for the future. I think he's got a bright year ahead of him. Hopefully he can show us more of that AWP, and it was good to see like North shutting down Simple. As predicted when we got an Inferno, he couldn't have that sort of game, and yeah, well played to Kiabi in the last round.
Do you know who else is a bright prospect with a good future in front of him?
Who?
Chad. But Alex is here as well.
Yes, he is. I'm hanging out with the prospect. That's what we call him. Backstage, you go.
Well, prospect is someone who is up and coming. You're already established, Alex, broadcaster of the year and all.
I would love to be up and coming.
I'm always looking for gold.
Gold?
Well, prospect is
the problem is we can't call you Golden Boy anymore because we actually have a Golden Boy in the scene. And
that's
unlike
true.
Chad, he actually worked the major as well. So.
That's what right in the
Oh, sorry, I forgot that includes you too, Alex.
Listerine faces all round. More from Henry and Matt. All right. GT Fnatic for these guys when we get back. We'll love you and leave you. But prospect. You're giving some prospect from North. We'll see what our analysts have to say. Got myself, Wanko, and Chatty B.
Y and Co. Yeah, YK and Co.
But yeah, like let's kind of return to what we were talking about before we jumped in. Of course, the guys over there at the casting desk have kind of alluded to feeling some positivity. Not only did they pick up a map, they've also picked it up on Na'Vi's best map and do so convincingly. Kirby was a player to watch. He was fragging.
I think MSL, it's the time of year he's adjusted his sensitivity again. When we were in Las Vegas, literally this time last year, he was just fragging out of his mind. And here again, he's just gone, oh, just adjusted a little bit. Adjust this time. Maybe he's a Valentine's fragger.
Maybe
that's it. Maybe the romance of it all gets him on top of the scoreboard.
You want to say Counter-Strike is his Valentine?
It's mine.
Get that gaming PC, Chad, and it will be.
Yeah, I can't wait to frag.
No, but anyway. I agree with the guys. I mean, I don't want to say, you know, potential prospect. That happens with every single North/Dignitas lineup. We say the same thing. But I like the fact, you know, you could see it towards the end. The second to last round, Mertz in the apartments with the AWP, getting double kill actually in the boiler/window room. You know, that's some of the aggression with the AWP that they simply didn't have with Cage and B. It allows them, you know, gives them an extra weapon to work with, so to speak. And it's still early days for North. They did go to the summit. That was travel to the West Coast, you know, jet lag. Definitely not enough time as they would like to practice and to figure out all the positions, roles, and so forth.
Absolutely.
So I agree. I think they're going to look better moving forward, but that was the case with the previous lineup as well. Good start, and then after the initial honeymoon phase, disappointing.
We did absolutely not get disappointed, though, when we asked for Kirby to be let loose and start fragging.
Yeah, he was fragging a little bit more. I want to address something here in the sense of we see rosters, you know, they just kind of stay in one position and maybe change a player, then they look a little bit better, and then they just go back to that point that they were about before. We've seen that with North now over the last year, right?
Sure.
So we had the Magics go out, and then Valde came in and all that kind of stuff that was happening with those roster changes. But this, they've taken a bigger risk, right? Mertz is a risk. He's not in terms of a talent that's played at the tier 1, and then the whole Kirby change as well. So Cajun, they've gone, he's a bit old, you know, he's not the flashiness of the AWP we need, we're going to replace him. And then the config what happened, which was bigger, the more of the surprise. I'm happy to see this happen because you can look at teams like Fnatic who are very stubborn with their roster. They tried to make changes, it didn't work, and then they eventually got to a formula that does by trying some new blood. The same thing with NIP. They added Rez and Drake into the roster eventually, and then they started to look more exciting. So North have kind of grabbed the bull by the horns and taken a big plunge. They haven't just waited, you know, gone, oh, we'll make one more change. They've just stopped limping over the line. They've taken a big risk, and I like it.
Yeah. Most of the time, new blood is the key, but you also have the example of Gambit, who did go with Fitch and didn't really pan out, so they went back towards Seized, you know, who maybe isn't as mad fragging as some of the other guys who were an option, but he has the experience, so obviously also a new change, so we're going to have to see how that pans out. But yeah, North, on paper at least, looking like they have all the right pieces to be finally a consistent contender.
And while we are talking about, you know, Gambit and their struggles and their strife, I mean, a quick reminder, they are competing currently in the league below, unable to hold their Pro League spot. They're competing in the MDL. It's a league that's available for those players that are just about to try and qualify for the Pro League. It's worth checking out. You can actually compete on the service yourself. It's very easy to find. If you want to find the MDL, esea.net/MDL, or if you want to go ahead and start your own journey, it is very easy. Just play.esea.net.
Are you, what rank are you in?
Oh, I did play
Rank
quite a lot.
C-?
No, I think I was a C+.
Well, you know
C+
who's
fragger?
looking like an A?
Who's an A?
I could have gone somewhere better with that. A B stream update coming out. I should have gone with B.
Oh, you should have.
There's so many things I could have done there.
So
But
much better.
anyway, massive upset alert over here on the B stream, wherever it is. Click some buttons. Astralis went down 2-0 to Heroic.
I weren't they up? They were up 7-0 on the
Let me
second
give
map.
you the scores here. Yanko, the first map went 16-10 in
But
favor
that was
of Heroic.
nuke, so that's
And the
kind of
second map,
forgivable.
16-14 to Astralis.
They were up 7-0.
Damn.
That's a tough one to lose for Astralis, who got off to such a great start, beating FaZe 2-0 as well on day 1. So they're going to be kicking themselves after that one.
Hell yeah, they are. And you guys are going to be kicking yourselves if you tune out, because we have got a fantastic game coming up for you after our break. Do not move a muscle. We get G2 versus Fnatic. We get to see Fnatic back in action again after their battle versus the Ninjas in Pajamas. Now they're going up against the French in the form of G2. Join us after the break as the ESL Pro League continues.